Hey everybody, this is Jonathan Himmelwright with Community Craft Spirits and Wine, and today we are at the bar with Francesca, is with Amastuola Winery in southern Italy, right?
Yeah.
It's on the east coast of
Exactly,
Italy.
yeah.
So tell us about the terrier in that region.
The terrier is a mixed one. We called it mixed texture. That means that it contains the right percentage of each kind of nutrition and parts, ideal to grow, to cultivate plants, generally speaking, vines and olive trees in particular.
Okay, so you've got olive groves, and then you've also got obviously quite a bit of vineyard from what you told me. So
Yeah.
how many hectares of vineyard?
110.
110 hectares.
A lot, a lot.
We'll do the conversion.
Just one estate.
Right.
So it's the visual impact. So when you look at the vineyard, not the vineyards, but the
Right,
vineyard.
the
this is
vineyard.
just one.
Right.
It's impressive because it seems to be just to be surrounded by a huge lake with a lot of waves, and it's very, very nice. That's what it is.
Right. You had
Exactly.
explained to me that the vineyards are planted in a wave pattern, which is
Yes.
unusual, right?
Absolutely, we are the sole ones. So that's what you see from the winery, which is located exactly here on a knoll of 250 meters on the sea level.
Okay. All
So
right.
the reasons why we decided to create something like this, again, we are pretty famous pretty proud and glad to know that the National Geographic stated that we own the most beautiful garden vineyard in the world.
That's awesome.
And for sure it's the only one up to now, of course.
Okay.
So the main reasons for which we decided to create something like this are three. The first one is absolutely the visual impact. So to have something different and emotionally important to see. Secondly, we are very close to the sea. So thanks to the shape of the rose, the sea breezes, in particular during the night, and they blow constantly.
Okay.
And they are also blowing from the sea up to the knoll and reach in salt, of course, because they are
Salt air,
Yeah,
right?
salt air. They blow through across the
Vines.
the vines and absorb all the humidity. So we are again organic certified, but in our case it's a little bit easier to be like this because in few words our vines do not suffer from the standard diseases that you will find everywhere else.
So the salt air helps keep those
Absolutely,
at bay. I see.
absolutely.
Okay. All right. So what is your role with the winery?
I'm the export manager inside the winery, so I'm the poor girl traveling all over the world, meeting people and trying to
Promote.
not just promote, to introduce my territory and introduce my wines and tell people that it's so easy to without investing a fortune, to buy good wines which are organic, that in few words means no pesticide and no chemicals at any time, at any level.
Okay.
So from the soil up to the bottling. And vegan for people who are vegan and they are also the right to drink and enjoy wine, because a lot of people think that all the wines are vegan, but it's opposite. All the wines are not, and we are just vegan, or very few wineries, because we don't use any animal sub-product to clarify or before filtrating the wine.
So I was not aware of that. So some wines will use some byproducts.
Yes, not all the wines. Yeah,
Okay.
we, in particular, white egg and fish glue.
Okay.
So that's the reason why.
Interesting.
So it
So
does-
none of that exists in your
No,
line.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So that's the reason why we are vegan friendly, but that vegan part of the wine does not influence at any
Flavor.
level the flavor, the color, and stuff.
Okay.
Because we are talking about something totally different.
So about the region where this winery is located, what's a big misconception about that particular area of Italy? Because it is coastal, right? And it's in the southern part of Italy. Obviously, the central part of Italy is the big, right, the big famous one, and then up north you've got the Prosecco and all of that.
Exactly.
So what's the one big misconception about the region that you're in?
I can list you at least two.
Okay.
So the first one is that the more south you go, less quality you find, which is opposite. Together with Sicily, Puglia is at the moment the biggest wine producing region. So quantities are extreme, volumes are huge,
Okay.
and quality is among the best across Europe at least.
Okay.
Don't forget in particular that it would be much easier, faster, with no controls or almost no controls should we decide to produce cocaine. On the other hand, alcohol, even though they are not spirits, of course,
Right.
because they do contain alcohol, but just from 12% up to 15.5, so something still bearable
Yeah.
for everyone. We are, and even because we are organic certified and vegan and stuff, so we do undergo controls, sudden controls, because nobody knows.
So if I were sitting on the patio at your home, it's early summer, right? What bottle from what we have here in the selection would we be drinking today?
This is a very easy question because my friends pretend to find those wines according to the period of the time of the year.
Yeah.
For instance, during the summer, the first three wines are the must drink at Francesca's place.
Okay.
So extremely versatile. They offer three different colors with three different tastes, but they are all easy drinking. So that means that as soon as they knock on the door and go to the fridge and open a bottle, they go for the white and then sit, for instance, or the rosé and sit on the sofa just chatting with the other friends.
Idle conversation, we call
Yeah,
it.
exactly. We call them chat wines. After which I start serving, for instance, the aperitif, which can be fries or chips or
Okay.
nothing special. And they, while drinking those wines, start eating.
Okay.
This is the wine I do prefer, but I'm more a red fan, generally speaking. Even some of my friends do, and they enjoy this wine in particular because it can be chilled during the very hot summers. Because last year, just for you to know, we reached 48
I heard,
degrees
yeah.
Celsius in the shade. It was August and it lasts
Sounds like South Florida.
with the humidity levels of 98%.
Yeah.
It was a disaster last year. Hopefully this year we'll have
More comfortable
more,
weather,
yes, yes, hopefully. Even though there are still 37 degrees.
So what is the blend here?
Here is a
Shiraz
blend
and
of
Primitivo?
Shiraz and Primitivo. 70% is mainly Shiraz,
Okay.
70% and 30% Primitivo.
Okay.
So which match very well together. So the lux of one grape variety are the gap are full by the other one.
Okay.
So it's a very nice
Well
couple
balanced.
to get. Yes.
Okay.
And the acidity of all those wines, we're pretty famous for the acidity, is so well balanced that you, even though they come from a very hot area, they still taste fresh, extremely fresh, even if they are not chilled at all. So
Okay.
we are talking about something very nice, even because they are extremely dry.
Okay.
But you won't taste the extremely dryness and the extremely the very low residual sugar, because
Okay.
they are anyway well balanced and tasty.
Okay. And sometimes when you chill a wine that does have those really sugary, sweet notes, it can amplify that, right? So, okay, so now we've spent some time chatting, right? and we're going to go have a meal now.
Okay.
In summertime, early summer in southern Italy, what's on the menu tonight?
On the menu tonight, oh, I'm the worst person to talk about food. I can eat very well, but not cook at all. But I can tell you what I buy from my place when I have guests.
Okay.
We do offer, which is very typical, a mix of different cheeses and salami.
Okay.
And some tarallini. I don't know if you know what they are, which small crackers. They are just one bite.
Okay.
And this is something that I always offer together while pouring Negro Amaro, which is the second most important grape variety from the southern part of Puglia.
Okay.
Because don't forget that Puglia is the longest region of Italy, so long that we all, at
What
a
is
national
that?
level.
How big is that coastline?
The coastline is 800 kilometers, if I'm not
so
wrong.
it's quite large.
Yeah, but the region is long, just a little bit more than 500 kilometers.
Okay.
But it's like a peninsula of a peninsula, because Italy is a peninsula as well.
Right.
So it's wide, just 35 kilometers in
Okay.
its widest part. So it's really a tongue on the sea, because our is not an ocean; it's a huge lake.
Okay.
Sure.
So this is what you're pouring with the what we would call a charcuterie.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Or-
Or finger food.
Or what do they call it? Antipasti.
Antipasti,
Right.
exactly.
Yep.
Made of also fried meatballs, for
Okay.
instance. Negro Amaro, along the very long list of official Italian grape varieties, is considered one of the most versatile. That
Okay.
means that it matches ideally well with pasta, pizza, rice, antipasti, fish, shellfish, just a salad.
So very versatile.
Exactly. Cheese, fresh or hard, white and red meats,
Interesting.
up to dark chocolate.
Okay.
So it's a very nice wine, even to bring even spicy foods. It's a very nice idea to, as a bottle, as a gift to bring with when you are invited.
Not showing what the menu
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
right? It's something that.
You won't fail in
Okay.
this case.
So chilled or room temperature? What's the best?
It depends on the season. During the summer, so the ideal serving temperature would be from 15 up to 17
Okay.
Celsius.
Yep.
So if the room temperature doesn't show those figures, I would chill it for 10 minutes
Okay.
without any problem.
Okay. All right. So tell us about the rest of the line here, and what would you pair with it?
So this is the right tasting scale. So
Okay.
after Negro Amaro, so they share more or less the same label, just with different colors, because it identifies easy drinking wines, no oaked at all.
Okay.
So really very easy
Very
drinking.
approachable.
With, yeah, approachable with 14 degrees alcohol only.
Okay.
Primitivo is what I usually offer when my friends do the barbecue.
Okay.
Because it's a more meaty food, a wine, so a food wine, to be matched with white, but in particular red, juicy meat.
Okay. Something that's going to leave some kind of a coating.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So, and then we come to the top range, which is made of 3 different wines. Even the bottle, the packaging is different.
I noticed that.
Yeah. The first one is the second and last blend we have in our range, so made of 4 different grape varieties. 2 local, which are Aglianico and Primitivo, and 2 more international, so Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, 25% each.
Each. So equal.
Equal,
Okay.
exactly, so that it's a more international wine that can be easily appreciated by every single tongue.
Okay.
Because someone for sure will find out something good for his palate.
Okay.
And it is, so I told you that the first part of the wines are not oaked at all.
Right.
Here we start the aging.
And how much time is?
In this case, 16 months
Okay.
in French oak,
Okay.
in French
All
barrels. And we always use a French oak called Allier, medium toast, very elegant, very smooth.
Okay.
Even in this case, the alcohol percentage is just 14, but here the structure of and the body of the wine starts increasing.
Okay.
With this wine, with all those wines, you can match every single example of high cuisine,
Okay.
local or international, because they are really easily
Very easy to pair with.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then L'Amarossa, which is a wine that I think can be very successful here across US, because it's 100% Primitivo, more and more famous here as a grape variety. Again, 100% Primitivo, a little bit higher in alcohol, 14.5, so
Okay.
they are more celebration or
Substantial.
weekend wines. And it is aged for 12 months, so 1 year in American brand new barriques of 225 liters each, and you will
Okay.
taste it. Because
Interesting.
there's an
Is there a
important...
toast on that, or is there a toast?
Yes,
Okay,
yes they
but
are.
again, a light?
But yes,
Okay.
but for 1 year, so 12 months,
Right.
in small
Right. Small casks,
yeah,
right, yep.
casks, so the release is much higher.
Yep,
In
more
terms
surface,
Of, yeah,
yep.
and more exactly, and less wine. And in this case, the vanilla aftertaste is important.
Okay.
But your tongue with bourbon and whiskey is comfortable with this kind of taste.
Sure.
And with Primitivo, it matches very, very well. So that's the surprise.
Okay.
But still
Approachable.
approachable, exactly. So something that you can drink even during the week with, for instance, lamb
Okay.
or a steak.
Yep.
And then, last but not least, our top range Primitivo. Again, 100% Primitivo. In this case, the grapes with which we do create this wine, which are the same ones of the 100% Primitivo here, and the second one, undergo the appassimento method. I don't know if you know what it is.
Go ahead and explain
Okay.
it. Yep.
It's we after harvesting the grapes, so we pick up some clusters, roughly 25-30%, and leave them in the appassimento room, which is a room dedicated to this kind of process, and they stay there for a couple of months, losing totally their water, or almost
So
totally their
they're
water.
condensing the flavors, right?
Exactly, and increasing the alcohol residual.
Right, so they
because
start to naturally ferment at that
exactly.
point.
But in this case, the sweetness is, we call it second sweetness. But it's not. The residual sugar of this one in particular is 6, around 6.
But it's
So-
the flavor that's coming
Exactly.
through is what you're looking for. Yep.
Exactly. 2 years, so 24 months in French oak. But in this case, big barrels of 5,000 liters each of the same French oak we had with Onda del Tempo, so Allier medium toast.
Okay.
In this case, we are talking about a big guy, 15.5 alcohol, but the trick is that it's so well balanced and so elegant that you won't taste that alcohol. It's juicy, it's still easy drinking and approachable without any problem, and silky and velvety. So it's a pleasure to enjoy this wine even with no food, as
so
a meditation.
luxury.
Yes, or
Okay.
with a cigar.
Okay.
Or with dark chocolate, or even after dining.
Okay.
That's a nice
Excellent.
guy.
That's a nice one. So where are you headed next? So you're here in South Florida. You were here
Yes.
for a show, right?
Yes.
And also working with the
I will,
importer.
I
Yeah.
will fly back home tonight, arriving tomorrow night, and then I will spend 2-3 days in the office, after which Kazakhstan, Almaty is waiting for me. and then I will stay there doing more or less the same. We will be more than this attending the Gambero Rosso, so the red shrimp road show. They will took us already in Dallas, in here, and then Almaty, and then Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, which will be my immediately after stop. After which I will fly to Denmark, if I'm not wrong, and then back to Kazakhstan.
So one of the things that is interesting worldwide, right, is there's a wine culture just about everywhere, right?
Yes, culture is a big word.
Yep.
Culture. That's the reason why I'm part of the Amastuola team.
Yep.
So my main job, my main task is to travel the world, meet people, and explain who we are, from where we are, and why our wines are made like this, and why the results are like this.
Right.
Again, no pesticide, no chemicals, and very low added sulfites, which are 3 winning points at the same price, because we are not selling at special prices.
Right.
So they are all affordable, and it's a shame because people should know that there's really no need to invest a fortune to drink
Good
very
wine.
well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Francesca, it was a pleasure. Thank
My
you for
pleasure.
joining me at the bar
Thank
at Community
you
Craft Spirits and
very
Wine.
much. I really hope that what I told you was clear in my
Absolutely.
superb English.
Your English
I'm
is very
kidding.
good, by
I'm
the way.
kidding, of course. The last point I would like to underline: Negro Amaro and Primitivo are 2 local grape varieties that grow just down there
Just in the
and
southern
nowhere else in the rest of the world.
Okay.
So maybe you won't like it because every single palate is different, but at least be sure that you are enjoying something unique.
And regional.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
That's awesome.
So we are specialists, we're professionals.
Excellent. Well, we're proud to be offering this at Community Craft Spirits and Wine. You're welcome to give us a call anytime and we can sample you on it. You're welcome to come here to the tasting bar as well. Have a great time. Thank you very much.